इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। एक सीट में और उस पिछली सीट में का मैदान ही खुला आसमान है। वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी। ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज।
Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to our Business Opportunity over Chai webinar series. This is a digital representation and the launch of the Big Business Opportunity franchise is delighted to launch for all of you today. It's a 45-minute session where we have requested our brand to talk about their business model, financial model for all our friends, those who have joined us today. First, we talk about the business option with the help of the PPT. Moving towards our panel discussion, we would love to take all your queries. There is a question and answer box. Please maximize the webinar by sharing your queries. And the launch of this business opportunity where Franchise India is extremely proud of is Beatitude. It's the one of the top leaders in Indian hand designers. They have a long and the large number of customer base. They have presence in 82 countries. Today we have invited Mr. Shukla's bunch to talk about this business opportunity. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining in today. How you started this journey, what's there for all our investors, those who have joined us today. So over to you.
A very good afternoon to everyone who has joined us today here. And thank you, Archana and Franchise India, for having us here. So Beatitude as a brand, we started the journey in the year 2015, towards the end of it. That is when me and my wife, Akanksha Shukla, we started this venture. I come from a business background, from management background, from the top universities of the world, with experience in MNCs and taking startups ahead. This is a venture which is very close to our heart, and after facing a lot of challenges, inputs, outputs, etc., we have got it to a level where we are recognized globally. We have taken Indian art, handicraft to a global arena, and that is what is a matter of pride to us, to handcrafted community, and more of taking the culture, Indian culture across globe was one of the primary aims, along with the business profitability, business longevity, and sustainability. So far we have been quite successful in our venture here. So what I would rather request Team Franchise to just showcase a small video which we have created for you to sort of cover up a small sort of journey video that we have done so far. So Archana, can I please request you to showcase it?
Sure. Just allow me 1 minute.
Sure.
Beatitude has always celebrated the multitude of Beatitude's brand personality reflects in its class of work. From traditional drapes with ethnic karigari to patented designer sarees of global vogue, our patron trusts us for the finest of products that we offer. With over 382 countries, we proudly are the world's finest sari signature, the Beatitude.
So that was the lovely video on the brand. Now I request Pushkar sir, if you can place the PPT and we can start with the presentation.
Sure, let's do it. Is my screen visible? Right.
If we can just go for full screen.
Yeah. So today on this beautiful noon of Thursday, let's take up the complete aspect, what we are covering so far, what we are looking at, explain you in detail, all these important aspects, brand overview, the opportunity we have got in India, brand value proposition that you are getting, and the franchisee proposal. So coming to brand overview, as I mentioned, we are pioneers in handcrafted and handwoven sarees. And not just in India, today we are present in 82 countries online. And our online presence is quite dominant and strong in this particular domain. So we started with a few SKUs, getting it manufactured. We are back from Pune. Our head office is in Pune. So we get it manufactured from all these states that way. So far, we have covered almost 22 states with 1,800 artisans associated with us today. And these are all managed by a very strong team of managers, of artists, of master weavers who get all these masterpieces for us from across the states in India. We mean supreme blessedness. The meaning of Beatitude is supreme blessedness. And the name is about giving a feeling that all our customers get at every touch point with us. We have a strong play of textures, weaves, designs, and most of these designs are created in-house by our textile and fabric designers. We do have fashion designers from top institutes in India. We have textile designers with us who create textiles based upon the upcoming season. The products are made such where the color combinations, where motifs are designed, keeping global vogue in mind. So we have best of team in-house. Our saris are designed in-house mostly. And at Beatitude, we reach pinnacle of happiness when the efforts of a weaver fulfills the ultimate desires of a buyer. So at every touch point, we have created relationship, whether it be with our viewers, with our vendors, with our in-house team. Our relationship is one of the strongest pillars we have, where we have covered the 6 years long journey and we have created a brand at a global stage now. We are highly recognized over social media and online. We have blue tick on your Instagram, Facebook, around 2 lakh followers on Insta with over 2.5 lakh followers on Facebook. So yes, online presence is quite dominant presently. And more of, we have got a lot of clients sharing their videos, their photographs, their testimonies with us. From celebrities to royalties across India are our patrons, and we are sort of happy to have them on board with us. A lot of things they keep on sharing. They keep on sharing our saris on their profiles, wheresoever they are in an event, they are attending a important meeting, and more of a lot of professionals are there, doctors, then we do have teachers, and all sort of professionals are there who look forward and purchase from us, and those are more of repeated clients. This is not just that once they come, purchase and go away. No, these are all repeated clients. Around 3.5 lakh repeated clients we have as on date. Coming to our vision, the most important thing we have visualized is that Beatitude becomes a supreme blessing for everyone whose path ever crosses with us, whether it be our customers, the weavers' families, our vendors and partners, and of course our team. And in terms of vision, we have adopted a global approach. This is a different concept though, but having traveled abroad, studied abroad, and worked with MNCs across the globe, I have learned one thing is to go global. Now, when I talk about global approach, it's about having local expertise, whether it be any art, whether it be Banarsi art, whether it be chikankari art, whether it be any art here in India. So getting at the roots, going at the roots and checking out the best of quality and taking it to global stage. And when I talk about global stage, it requires a lot of operational centralization. It requires a lot of marketing efforts. It requires a lot of analysis and research to take it to that stage. So it's a mix of global and local. So this is the local approach which we are having presently on board and which we want to take ahead in a longer term mission, and to create and deliver masterpieces to those who embrace elegance, possess evolved taste, and prefer exclusivity. So the products are for quality oriented people. Our products are not for quantity based people. These are for quality based people who prefer quality to quantity. Now, in terms of product offerings and range, we have got beautiful hand woven handcrafted saris. Then we do have designer saris. And when I talk about designer saris here, these are mostly patented designs we have got, because we get a copyright and patent done for these designs. Then ethnic wear. Ethnic wear is one of the growing and with a good CAGR industry, and we are dominant in that field. And designer blouses, our in-house designers design beautiful blouses, and particularly internationally, these blouses have been doing drastically well. Then high-end shawls, from pashmina to chikankari shawls, we do have a good variety of shawls and in good demand that ways. Then oxidized jewelry and some small augments and more of attachments that ways, which women prefer while they are purchasing any of the saris or ethnic wear. Now, coming to our journey and success story, I mean, media has certainly been covering us loudly. We have a very strong 7 years strong brand trust, and we started our journey when the online market for saris was not that active, I would say. So once we captured a lot of market share in online business, a lot of players hopped up, particularly during COVID duration. A lot of players have hopped up, but we do have that differential advantage here because we have been first movers in this particular domain, and we certainly hold a strong market share in this online domain with a very strong presence. With over 3.5 lakh loyal customer base, we are not just nationally but internationally awarded as well. So nationally, we have been awarded by Ministry of SME as Startup of the Year. Internationally, we have been awarded by HBW Denmark and various other agencies for the quality of manufacturing and quality of work we are doing across the globe. And we do have over 280 great celebrity reach. Celebrities for their occasions, for events, for their family events, they keep on purchasing products from our side, and we are grateful and thankful to them for being a sort of loyal patron to us since last 6 years now. Now, coming to brand USPs, these are the four important brand elements we have adopted from day one of inception of the brand. So quality being a primary sort of USP we have, and that is where we have maintained what we have maintained throughout. We do not compromise on quality whatsoever happens. Possibly during COVID, during any arena, the prices fluctuated in terms of fabric, in terms of production, in terms of raw material, in terms of labor cost, etc. But we never compromise upon the quality of product. Second, innovation. As I mentioned, that we do have got in-house team of fashion designers and textile designers. So innovation is very important for us as a brand. We keep on designing products which are in global vogue. Though we produce locally in India, but global vogue is always our top priority, to keep an eye upon the global arena in terms of what motifs are coming, what color combinations are being followed, and such important aspects. And relationship, as I mentioned previously, throughout the supply chain, whether it be our customer, vendors, partners, associates, our internal team, we are a relationship oriented company. And that is how we have driven multifold growths in the last 6 years. Uniqueness. Now, possibly in this domain, there are whole number of varieties in terms of saris, in terms of fabrics and all. But we identify and curate our designs and our styles. So uniqueness is an important element which we always keep in mind. And that is where our customers always rely and keep an eye on us, what exactly we are coming up next with. Now, coming to the knowingness of the brand. The first image which you see here is of Radhika Raje Gaikwad, Queen Radhika Raje Gaikwad. Let's see. Her Highness is Queen of Vadodara. If you are aware of Lakshmi Vilas Palace, so Maharaja Ranjit Gaikwad and Radhika Raje Gaikwad are the owners of this hereditary palace. They are one of the biggest family. They are one of the most uh, highly recognized family in India. So she has worn this sari of this Beatitude sari, Kashmiri sari, while she was visiting President House very recently. She has shared it on her Insta post also. We do have a lot of Bollywood celebrities, Palak Muchal, then we do have Miss Call here. So there is a whole range and a lot of, I would say, Bollywood actresses who have been wearing our products. Now, in the next stages, we aim to not just make sari a sort of regular wear or a classic wear for Indian women, but we aim to take sari to a height where foreign women of foreign origin start wearing sari, possibly in terms of styling, possibly in terms of the uh, designs we are creating. So that is where we are heading towards in present scenario. Coming to India opportunity. So Indian textile and apparel industry is humongous with $221 billion. That is around 16.6 lakh crores worth. That is in 2021. And it is growing at a rate of 9% per annum, in which the market share of women apparel is 2.85 lakh crores, which is 38% of the total apparel industry. And when it comes to sari, sari is the dominant player and it holds the maximum market share of women apparel, which is around 19% of the women apparel is covered by saris, where ethnic wear is around 8.4% of the total market share of women apparels. The CAGR of saris is very highly stable. Since last 10 years, it is very stable, growing at a rate of 6.3%. Ethnic wear has a progressive CAGR, though its market share is lesser, but it is a progressive at 14.4% of CAGR. And Indian women apparel industry is the sixth most prominent industry globally, which is quite matter of pride for Indian women apparel industry. Now, looking at the structure of market during pandemic, a lot of trends have changed, not just in India but globally also. And when we analyze it from our domain's perspective, we have seen that people are moving from unorganized, sort of non-branded material towards organized and branded material now. There are aspirations associated to it and better fashion and trends associated to it. So during COVID and now on, we are seeing a lot of traction for the brand that ways. Not just online, we have been getting humongous queries for stores that ways across India, that when are you coming in Bangalore, when are you coming in Pune, when are you coming in Mumbai, when are you coming in Lucknow, etc., etc. So that is where we have now been thinking of to take up the stores next. And the Indian apparel market is second largest retail market after food and grocery. So certainly there is a huge opportunity here. As I mentioned previously, that we are in upper middle segment, that is not top segment, but upper middle class is the segment we have been catering to. Presently, there are around 50 million families in India, which is around 17% of total households in India that we have. And this particular segment is growing at a fast speed, particularly with infusion of IT, with infusion of automobiles and various other industries taking up the sort of steering. We see a lot of growth in terms of segment, which is varying, which is coming from lower middle class to upper middle class now. Down the line in next 7 to 10 years, we see 400% rise in this particular segment. So if presently it is around 25% of the total household, by 2030 it is going to be 50% of total household in India. So there is a huge opportunity to capture this market down the line in next 6 to 7 years for us. Yes, so brand rollout plan. We have got a very strong presence in metros and tier 1 cities online, and we are very well known in all these cities. So that is where we want to start our rollout of stores from. These are going to be tier 1 and metros. And the growth, that is CAGR in terms of annual income, is increasing at 1.9 to 1.8% in these cities that ways. So yes, this is the right audience for us, and this is the right time to place the stores in all these cities now. Brand value proposition, an important aspect from franchise partners' perspective. Now, there is a huge local market opportunity. So brand fitment in metros and tier 1 is a very good fitment for us and for you as well. In terms of product range, we have got huge variety of SKUs designs that can be worked upon, shared based upon the market analysis, your regional markets. We do have a strong team who can suggest you what market requires what sort of products, how we are selling it. Retail has a slightly better traction in terms of product rollouts. So we jointly have to work out in that direction. But yes, in terms of product range offering, we have humongous range to offer. Price points is we are very pragmatically priced. We are value for money for a specific segment whose quality is specific. Sustainable competitive advantage. Certainly, we have a strong differentiation when it comes to uniqueness, when it comes to brand presence. Market positioning, we are very well positioned. If you look at the brand metrics, we are associated with quality and uniqueness in the market, and we range at a higher side in these two elements. There is a strong brand pull aspect. I mean, you don't have to push the brand too hard to the retail client, because today almost 22% of people are purchasing online and rest do visit online for Instagram and all such things. So all these ads, all these coverage, all these pages are visible. Once you roll out Beatitude brand, you will get a huge lot of traction. People go online and check what is the brand about. Those who haven't visited online, they certainly will be going and checking it. So brand pull has been there so far in the online market, and that is what we are going to create. Plus a lot of people have inquired about the brand for stores and all, so they are looking forward for the stores to come up next. Gross margins, we are offering a sort of very competitive and very lucrative gross margins. We'll cover up in the next slides. And brand support. So though it is going to be hand-holding for you throughout the whole process, and even after, so there are two aspects which we have covered. One is the pre-launch and then post-launch, which we'll be covering in the next few slides. But you can rely upon my team for the complete hand-holding throughout the whole journey. Product supplies, not at all an issue for us because we do have tremendous supplies. We do have strong capacity of production. New categories introduction. Every month we introduce products suitable for monsoon, suitable for summers, suitable for winters, suitable for festivities, and a lot of occasions. So new categories keep hopping and launching. Promotional schemes, certainly jointly will be working upon the promotional schemes. We have been running a lot of lucrative promotions for our customer base. We'll work upon, based upon the regional requisites, we'll work upon exclusive promotional schemes for all our franchisee partners. Now, what is there for customers? A wide range of product. We have a very strong USP in handloom category. I mean, I don't see any other brand as much connected in handloom as we are in last 6 years. From Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, we have got our weavers, our master weavers, our managers present to procure, to curate, to offer the best of the handloom products with all of us. Fashion and lifestyle products with, from ethnic wear to jewelry to sort of various product development ranges. We are consistently working and striving hard to get very unique designs every time. Our products are affordable. As I said, it's value for money. So we have aggressive price points and corporate promotional schemes. That is always on our mind. These products are acceptable. So a modern woman also aspires to purchase our products. It's not just that a woman who is in her 50s or 60s is going to purchase. We have a very sort of dominant contemporary woman segment who procures the product, who is our customer, and who is a retained customer. She keeps on looking forward for new styles, new designs. And this is across the globe, not just in India, but a very strong, dominant global presence. Facility of buying online and pick up in store. So this is a facility which will be offered to all our franchisee stores, because possibly you can keep 1,000 SKUs, and on our website there might be 2,000, 5,000 SKUs churning every month. So you are offered the store online store is open for you. Your customers can buy online and it can be delivered via your store to your customers. Or if you want a sort of facility where the product can be dropped at their home, it can be done that ways also. So these sort of models are very easily workable for us, being a strong online player. And accessible, so presence close to target customers with franchise retail stores. This is one of the things for which we are looking forward to the stores, because every region, particularly metro cities, tier 1 and tier 2, which is the next upcoming phase, I mean, there are pockets where customers look forward for a very branded store which is dominant in contemporary styles. So that is where we are sort of coming up next, and that is where you are going to offer your customers a strength and availability of products. Now, the number crunching, franchisee proposal part of it. So we are working upon FOFO, that's FOFO model, where you are going to be the owner, you're going to invest in that. Operations are going to be locally governed by you. Brand guidelines we have created. We'll be hand holding you throughout. All the revenues are going to you that ways. Basic expenses will be managed by you. Franchisee gets all the profit. We won't be on a profit sharing model. What we get here is a franchisee fee and their royalty, and certainly a reach out to our loyal customers who are present in your cities, in your towns. So your role is going to be store setup, inventory management, customer interaction, local promotional activities, and local store marketing. Coming to attractive financial dynamics, so you require an area of around 1200 square feet for the store, because in that you can keep sections of various designer sarees, various classic sarees. Then you have ethnic wear. We can plan the sort of setup for you for your store. Area is around 1200 square feet that you will require. Franchisee fees. Presently, we have offered a very low franchisee fees to start with. Is rupees 5 lakh. Total investment that you have to do is around 47 to 48 lakh rupees, which includes around 35 lakh worth of products. So this is a good investment opportunity here, where you are going to drive an average ROI of 51% down the line ways. Payback period is 2.5 years. So when I say 2.5 years, this is in this we have already covered the cost of products that you will be incurring. If we remove that, the payback period is going to be 1.5 years. The gross margins are going to be 35% and an agreement period of 5 years. Ideal franchisee partner profile, certainly a strategic fit will require. You need to have high operational capabilities, possibly with a proven record of driving a franchisee store. But the financial bandwidth shall be moderate, because 47, 48 lakh is not a huge investment, but not a low investment as well. In terms of operational, franchisee will be responsible for store operations, inventory management, and marketing. We have already discussed, but the location has to attract high footfall with affluent neighborhood. The segment we are looking at shall be around. So store has to be very strategically placed. Moderate investment model this is, and with a high ROI. In terms of key brand support that we are going to offer, when it comes to pre-opening, we'll conduct a market research for you to predict potential in the market. And site selection will help you with showrooms, design and development, furniture, fixture, equipment, supplies if you require, inventory planning as per market research, and launch of market planning. These are going to be the pre-opening support that we are going to provide. For post-opening, consistent product supplies. In terms of product supplies, you won't be facing a single day's delay. Inventory management software, POS software, introducing new products categories as required by the market, ensure gross margins, ongoing digital marketing activities, store operations audit and advisory towards improving the efficiency of the store, and your manpower training. So it's a complete handholding that we will be providing to your store. Key reasons to partner for you. This is a great India opportunity. The brand is very well placed in the market with strong franchisee benefits now. But looking at the Indian market, the organized market is registering a growth of 10% per annum. I say organized market, this is about strong brand players, strong players who are dominant in online field, who are visible everywhere. The demographic is shifting exponentially in favor of target client segment. As we have seen, the target client segment is evolving and increasing in size. That is 400%. By 400%, it will increase in the next 7 to 8 years. Increasing willingness to pay more for quality based product. Now, people are getting more quality oriented. They don't want to sort of get onto unbranded products these days. They want branded quality products. And India is a young country with growing affluence and exposure. So certainly there is a huge potential in terms of growth. Excellent brand position. We have got more than 3.5 lakh loyal online customers globally, with a lot more asking for offline stores these days. A strong online presence we already have. Large production capacities are there. Huge product mix in terms of SKUs, in terms of offerings. We have got beautiful product mix. Ability to develop new product. That is one of our key strengths here with our in-house team. A strong financial performance and proof of concept. I mean, just from few SKUs and a small company, today we are one of the biggest players in handcrafted, hand-woven sarees and ethnic wear now. So in terms of financials, there is a proper proof of things, how we have grown with a multifold CAGR so far. A strong franchisee benefits that you're getting is leverage on experience and expertise. We do have professionals ranging from top management institutes to local weavers. So there is an expertise of things, of fabric, of technicalities, of designs. You're offering a lucrative ROI to you. Online setup access is there. Support from leadership, people, product development and promotion processes. All these supports we are offering to you. Consistent product supply with unique product development. Say, for example, in your specific region, if you require a specific product which works really well, for example, Leheria works well, or some other specific design works well, and with a specific color combination, mauve, lavender, etc., whatsoever. So these sort of products can be easily developed in-house that way. So we do have a strong product development capacity. Large SKU mix spread across price point, high growth prospects in the industry. So here we are with you now. Branded upmarket sarees and ethnic wear are the most lucrative industry offering with a proven exponential growth record with us. The best opportunity to invest is today, that is. Thank you for being with me throughout the presentation. I'm handing it over to Archana next.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Sonia ma'am to take all the queries from our investor side. And sir, if I can request you to please remove the screen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pushkarji. And this was a wonderful presentation and the video also that we saw. I see some questions, friends, that are coming in. So I'll request all of you, if you can put your questions in the Q&A box, and we can take these questions on your behalf with Mr. Pushkar. And friends, do also mention the city of your interest so that we can take it up. Anybody who comes with any relevant profiles for the business or a property where it can be run, I'm more than happy to even take that up. So please apne Q&A box mein aap likhiye and we'll take it up with Mr. Pushkar now. So quickly, friends, just to recap, the entire opportunity, I would say overall a very beautiful presentation, very well presented, each and every aspect, quite detailed. And friends, the company was launched about 7 years back, like Pushkarji mentioned, and he's the founder of the company, and also Akansha ji, and they're the husband-wife duo who started this company. And this company started as an online brand, and they already have a very great goodwill and equity in the market with their customers in more than 80 countries across the world, and also some of the, I would say, known names in the industry who swear, by their product. And if you look at the market, in the women, wear market, sari is by large the most popular outfit, in the nation. And they are dominating segment of the Indian fashion industry, which accounts for almost about 71% of, I would say, the biggest retail segment in women ethnic wear. So company which I would say which has a credibility with the, in the market. They have a successful prototype. The product is established in the market, being used, and they also have credible opinion makers, including celebrities, which are attached to the name. And one thing which I liked, is also repeat clientele, which is very, very important. And they have very large, which I heard was almost about 3.5 lakh client or customers, which is a repeat customer, for the brand. And this is a very interesting category, and I would say not many companies have been able to crack this category. And this is a bridge category between value and I would say luxury, and a category where you don't find many players. And so I would say when we don't have any players and there's a big demand, which is already, I would say, maybe latent demand. So the gap is something which they're trying to fill. And this segment of women will not want to settle for any, I would say, industrial product. So uniqueness is important, which enhances her personality. And we already have a big audience now, for a category or a product like this. And one more important, element, I would also say, is an aspiration and a relevancy, of the product to the audience which they are, catering to, which is very, very critical. And modern artistic sarees, which they provide, which is a blend of, craftsmanship, and they're also bringing a lot of new global, trends which are in vogue, for their customers. And in terms of the overall offering, it includes hand woven sarees. I saw, dupattas as a category. They also have some customized designer blouse, and they also do stoles, and which can be complemented with handmade jewelry, which means the piece that you would be wearing would be unique. You would not find that being worn by many people. So exclusive pieces is what their specialty is. They're affordable designer wear, so you can flaunt a nice product, but you don't have to pay a very high premium on that. So very quickly, Pushkarji, what I will also do is, I'll put a screen, and this is on the company. Great. And friends, I wanted to show that to you. This is the website of the company, and if you look at this, they have been showcased in almost every leading media also in the country. And this is their website, and I wanted to showcase some of their products and styles, and also the pricing, where Pushkarji, what is it, if we look at the pricing, it ranges from what price range to, on an average, it goes up to what price range?
So you are on mute.
So the average price range is it starts from 3,000 rupees and goes till 75,000 rupees. But average price of a product is around 7,800 rupees.
Wait, guys, keep putting your questions. I'll take that up. And just to start off, Pushkarji, I'll request if you can, because you started this business 7 years back, and I'm sure you found a big gap in the market. And if you want to give some understanding on how big this category is, what is the latent demand that you saw, because there are not many players in this segment. And if there are, if there's any competition, that you think is very close to what your product is, would you want to maybe make a mention of that, and how differentiated our offering is vis-a-vis, I would say, if you can give maybe an apple to apple comparison or maybe an apple to orange comparison.
Sonia ji, what happens is in this particular domain of handcrafted and hand woven market, many players are there. I mean, we started with a purity in terms of fabric, in terms of what exactly we are offering. So when we look at most of the players here, the product descriptions are not at all clear. For example, if people are offering by saying it to be handcrafted product, 90% of the products are not handcrafted. No handwork is being used there. So only 10% of the players are actually offering handcrafted products. And that is majorly because of the price points. But there is a huge demand of handcrafted woven products that ways. People who are a patron of handwork, they don't prefer going for a industrial product that ways. And once they start trusting you, once they purchase the product, they have recognized you, they have used the product, then they start believing you. So they purchase from various, I mean, for online, it's always a choice. People do buy from one company, one brand to other, etc., etc. But we never compromised upon the clarity of what exactly we are offering. And that trust developed with time. amongst people.
Excellent.
At what exactly they are mentioning, they are offering the same thing without even 1% deviation from that. And same we have kept with our viewers and vendors. We check each and every product's quality. Whensoever we curate those, there are consistent quality checks that none of the products shall deviate from what exactly has been mentioned that ways. So this trust is built with time ways. Brand, I would say that brand is about personality, about the elements that are incorporated inside your organization. So quality being one, then we started working upon the uniqueness of the products. For example, kalamkari, if you see,
Mhm.
a kalamkari product cannot be repeated multiple times. It can be repeated only once max that ways. These are very exclusive products, I must say. So we try to imbibe uniqueness, and that is when we started to have more textile engineers, textile designers, and fashion designers with us to get more uniqueness in the brand. So that is how we have moved on step by step that ways, trusting, gaining trust of our clientele.
Helpful. And Pushkarji, now we come to, I would say, more understanding on, I would say, the business model and also the unit economics, how it works. And we've talked about a model which requires an area of 1,200 square feet with a outlay of about 47 odd lakhs. And this investment includes a larger part of the stock, which you mentioned was almost about 35 odd lakhs goes in stocks. And the rest goes in, there's a 5 lakh which goes towards franchise fees, which makes about, 40 odd lakhs. And then that leaves us with 7 lakhs more. So, and what is the 7 lakhs? This is just the interiors that we've taken a component of POS interiors. Would you want to give maybe a broader, breakup of this?
Sure. So when I talk about 47, 48 lakhs, Sonia ji, this includes certainly stock. When I say 35 lakh worth of stock, I'm offering a markdown of 35% on that. So the product outflow, the cash outflow on product is around 22.75 lakh.
22.75, right?
Yeah. So that is one component. Second is the interior part of the store. So interior cost is around 1500 rupees a square feet. That is an elegant store we are looking at because the clientele is going to be such. So 1700 rupees an odd on the interior, 1500 rupees on the interior part. Then is the franchisee fees. And then small miscellaneous costs are there. For example, firefighting equipment, licenses, etc. So that is holistically 47 lakh.
Now, maybe taking it maybe even a little more detailed at the store level efficiencies. If we can have, one understanding on typical, how a store economics, would work and based on your experience of, running the business. And if you can give an average of what are the per square feet efficiencies in a business like this and what are our per square feet efficiencies? What kind of stock rotation do we see annually? Stock correction, I think, was about 10%, which I saw. So if you want to maybe give a little understanding on, typical stock rotation that we do in a year, and considering we have a 35 lakh stock, so how many times would the stock rotate in a year? And what are the industry norms?
So stock rotation, I would say, Sonia ji, would be subject to the sales that is going to happen in a specific region or in a store that ways. But necessarily, I would say it will be 4 quarters of circulation that any sort of store will seek based upon the seasons, based upon the demand that ways. There are festive seasons, then there is a summer, then there is a winter, then I mean, various events and occasions. India is full of events and celebrations that ways. So generally, four sort of rotations is certainly which any store would seek. So we are not putting a restriction on that as such. So
Sure.
that will be open towards. Now coming to stock correction, though, I mean, we are open to have a stock correction somewhere between 10 to 15%. I would ideally offer 15% stock correction in a quarter's time that ways.
Okay.
Because if any particular SKU doesn't go well in a specific region, we won't push our franchisee to just sell it. It will be their choice. They can exchange it. They want to sort of give back any particular SKU. So 15% stock correction is what we are working upon. And in terms of ROI, there is around 51% average ROI that any sort of franchisee will look forward towards, and that is certainly going to grow with. I would say from third year onwards, they are going to see somewhere between 60 to 70% of ROI.
Sure. So I would also tell friends, so while we look at the investment at 47 lakhs, Pushkar ji is also included, I would say, floating capital or working capital, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, which is worth 22 lakhs, worth of stock. And that's something which is important. So 22 lakhs आपका working capital component रहता है. Balance about 25 lakhs is something that you invest, which includes your interiors, initial franchise fees, POS, and other branding VM that needs to be put at the outlet. Now, if you look at four stock rotations, Pushkar ji, and if you look at how do we understand, I would say, the operating expenses side of the business. So four rotations would mean that we're looking at almost about 10 to 12 lakhs kind of a monthly, throughput from a store, if I'm right.
That's the minimum, I would say, because as far as I have observed, there is around 22 lakh to 25 lakh sales, which any store can observe easily. Plus, we are offering that online setup to them.
Okay.
Example, if someone enters the store, we do have a beautiful website where all the SKUs are there. If in case the client doesn't like the SKUs present in the store, the franchisee has option to showcase all the SKUs available. Their sort of markdowns are secure that way. We'll be offering that on the online store as well. So
Okay.
these products can be shipped to the store. They can deliver it to them, or if they want, we can deliver it to the home of or the location wherever the store wants it to be delivered. So around 15% of the sales can easily be captured via online store also. That purely depends on the store how they want to display it. However, I would suggest that 85% they draw from the store and 15% from online, because they get a more variety of SKUs to be placed on the online store.
Okay, so when we say online store, this would mean that any online sales which happen through the outlet or any online sales which even come on your platform, it is fulfilled through the franchisee. So how would we treat an online sales for a partner?
So that comes through the store, I would say.
Okay.
Because let's say if a client drives in and doesn't like the SKUs present at the store, so we'll define specific codes to those stores. The client can put up that code and purchase the product online. So that ways it will be a to and fro sort supply.
Now, on the expense side, what is the average rental that you would advise, for a location? What kind of locations one should ideally, go? What kind of staff, and especially for a product like sari, which is very, very versatile, I would say. Even the skill of the staff which is hired is very, very important. And like I would say, many retail businesses where, you don't need such a highly skilled staff. So, what is the requirement for the staff? Typical, what salaries would go towards staff which is at the outlet, what kind of rentals ideally you would suggest, and what are the other expenses, and looking at all the expenses put together, what is a maybe bottom line for him on an average month on month.
So we can work upon the details with specifics that I mean stores that ways. But in a totality, I would say that around 130 rupees to 170 rupees per square foot is going to be the rental in any up class vicinity that is going to be there, subject to the city, subject to the location. For example, if it is a CP in Delhi, so it's going to be different. If it is Bandra in Mumbai, it's going to be different. If it is going to be Koregaon Park in Pune, it's going to be different. But somewhere in that range is the rental that one can seek. Now, coming to the staff that ways, we would say some 5 people certainly any store will require, which includes a store manager, a sales staff, a helper, a cleaner, and an account person. So 4 or 5 people will be ideally required. Based upon the city, again, salaries are going to be different. But yes, a running cost of somewhere between 1.2 to 1.8 lakh is going to be the salary offerings on a monthly basis.
And what is your advice, Pushkar ji, on go to market? In terms of how does he reach out? Any kind of local marketing which is advised. One second, when we talk about the average sales that can come from an outlet, typical time gestation, to reach that optimum level of sales. In your experience, what is that for a franchisee?
So, attending the second question first, optimum sales will be reaching down the line in 3 months' time, because women market is very much curious about new products, new brand hopping in. Plus, we do have good visibility online. So not more than 3 months will be required to get a good traction that ways. In terms of local marketing, we'll be there to support the franchisee in terms of what all shall be done based upon the local angles, because we are good at marketing that ways. We are good at analysis. Based upon the town and city, around 3.5 kilometer, 4 kilometers, the traction is going to be locally managed. But we'll be advising them whether it is going to be a hoarding, whether it is going to be a launch sort of scenario we have to create, whether it is going to be leafleting, text campaigns, email campaigns, and all such things. We'll be working out with the local stores. So all these things have to be driven by them, but certainly we'll be advising and hand holding the stores to